Hello, welcome to Just Vintage Crochet. Are you guys ready for a mystery pattern? We haven't touched on one of these in a while, so let's just dive right in. Of course, if you're new to this channel, I have a stack of mystery patterns here that were put together for me. I did not pick these patterns. Anything that could give away what the end of the pattern is supposed to be, the final result, has been blacked out. My son does these for me, so it is to the best of his ability as someone who does not crochet. I'm going to pick a number, match it to the pattern, and that is what we're going to work with. No picture. No, did I say I'm going to pick a number? If I said weird things there, I'm sorry. No context. So no pictures and nothing that can give away what this is supposed to be. So there is that. These patterns are coming to us this time from the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Okay, here we go. What are you? Oh, it's actually on there. And we have a lot of them. Look at how full this bowl is. Look at that. We have us some patterns. Okay. Here we go. Number 19. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to find number 19. So number 19 was the very last pattern in the pile, and it's from the 1930s. It looks like it's going to be 7 rows, but that could also mean rounds. We've dealt with that before. So it says here we need Lily's Sky Tone Mercerized Crochet Cotton in white, ivory cream, or ecru. Okay, and then we need a hook size 8 or 9. As many of you know, if you're new here, those who watch regularly know my eyes are struggling. There's something going on with them. I kind of think it might be some corneal inflammation. I do have an eye exam appointment. So I am going to use just a normal size yarn here. This might make the item huge, but my eyes just will not allow. So block, each block. Oh, okay, block. So we're going to make some blocks. Measures 5.5 inches. Well, if I use a normal size yarn, it's not going to make it too huge. Okay, so it says here, we're going to start. Let me get some materials and put this number here away. I'm going to use just a Red Heart Super Saver here, and it is the color Aran, which is kind of like ecru. And this yarn calls for a 5.5 millimeter, which I'll start off with, but if I feel like it's a little too loosey-goosey, I'm going to switch to a 5 millimeter. I have a feeling this is going to be motifs. The way it's reading, I mean, it looks like it could be a bedspread that we're doing here. Because it says here, single size 32 balls or double size 39. That reads like a bedspread to me. I think blocks are motifs. Let's see if this is a UK or US pattern. And you'll know the first indicator, besides people like to point out language, if we're talking the language of stitches, you want to look for a SC or single crochet, because the UK, the Brits do not use single crochet. They stopped using it around the 1860s. It used to mean slip stitch. So if we have any single crochets, we know we're working with yep, we do right there, 1 single crochet. This is a US pattern. Okay, so it says here, we need to start with chain 7 and 1 double crochet in starting stitch. Okay, then chain 3, 1 double crochet in same stitch twice. Maybe we actually are, it says to turn. We might actually be working in rows here instead of rounds. Because some of these patterns from the 20s and 30s, they play fast and loose with the rows and the rounds language. Not all, it just depends on who the pattern writer is, who the designer and author is. Okay, so chain 7, 2, 3, 4. I don't want this to cause any strange focusing. 6, 7, and I think the 5.5 might work. This feels a little stiff, so this might work. Now it says here 1 double crochet in starting stitch. So over here on the end, maybe we are working in rounds. Chain 3, 1 double crochet in same stitch twice. chain 3, slip stitch, and next double crochet. Chain 3, turn. Oh, I hope this has a picture. I'm sure it does. It probably lived right here. Around. Around. Is this how we're joining? Are we working in the round? Like this? Strange. 1 double crochet in starting stitch. That translates to first stitch in my mind's eye. Then chain 3 and 1 double crochet in same stitch twice. Okay. Twice total or twice more? I wish these older patterns would specify. Twice, then chain 3, slip stitch in next 3 double chain stitch. I don't know what those words mean, and you can't even tell me that you do. Maybe you do. Okay, so we did another chain 3 back into the same stitch. I don't know if it's twice total or twice more. I don't know. So I'm going to do one more. I can only assume it's twice more. You know what? That kind of checks out. Look at that. Oh. 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 Do you guys get it? Do you see it? It all makes sense. This is like a spoke wheel. So now, although I don't know how many spaces I'm required, because I'm assuming it meant twice more. I feel like I'm on the right path with the way it looks. Now, it is chain 3 and slip stitch in the 3rd chain stitch. Not third double, third, my bad. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now it all makes sense. See? I don't know what you're talking about. I knew what it meant the whole time. I was just putting on. I hope y'all believe that. I'm kidding. I really didn't get it at first. Okay, I'm going to need a little sticker. Just a minute. Look what I found. My wedding ring. Found my wedding ring. It was in a pair of pants pocket that I hadn't worn since the spring. I was going through my closet, doing all of my end of summer, and it's not technically the end of summer, but just getting fall stuff ready. And I went to go empty the pockets of a pair of pants, and here it was, along with a ring that my mother-in-law got me, my birthstone ring. I'm Alexandrite. Alexandrite, I can never pronounce it right. The one that changes colors. I found both of these. I wear this one on this finger usually. Isn't that something? I went and bought a whole new wedding ring set. I couldn't find this for like a month. I was so certain it went into the trash. For those who were new and not kept up with the saga of the wedding ring. So yeah, I am getting a sticker. I wound up picking up this set here for about $140. It's silver and cubic zirconia. Very, very pretty. Very pretty. And yeah. Well, now I have a backup wedding ring set. I'm going to continue to wear my band, the one I found in my pants pocket. That's my ring. Okay. Here we go. Chain 3 turns. So now you know. It didn't go in the trash can, which I was so dang certain it did. Okay. I bet I put it in my pocket when I went to go do dishes or wash my hands or something. All right. Chain 3 and turn. This 5.5 millimeter is working out great. 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Okay. So right here. That's 1. I really don't want that to cause any blurring or any focus issues. My phone has a tendency to just go crazy with the focus. All right, I'll hold this up so you guys can read it, and then I'm going to read it off camera as I work it. All right, chain 6, slip stitch in 4th chain from hook for a picot. Chain 2, 3 double crochet in next double crochet 3 times. I now believe that when they say 3 times, they mean 3 times more. Chain 6, picot, chain 2, slip stitch in top of next chain 3. All right, so let me put this up here where I'm going to be able to read it crooked. So we've got chain 3. No, don't do that. 2 double crochet in the same stitch, chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing this a little firm because I do believe these are meant to be bedspread, what I like to call tiles, but bedspread motifs. You do kind of want those a little bit firm. A slip stitch in 4th chain from the hook for a picot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. See, I bet I should have just gone through the top loop there. Or maybe even the back loop. Yeah. Let's try the back loop. That looks pretty good. Okay. Picot, chain 2, 3 double crochet in next double. So over here, we work 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I do believe we're making another picot from what I read. So chain 6, 4, 5, 6. Work a picot, so just count 2 chains up. 1, 2, and then the next chain over is going to be your 4th chain down. And I am going to work these in the back bumps if I don't split my yarn. Then it says to chain 2 and slip stitch in the top of next chain 3. Oh, I think this means to work this all around. Wait, that looks strange. That looks strange. Like that shouldn't exist like that. Right? Shouldn't the picots be like this between the Van Dykes? Not like this? Where did I go wrong? Oh, I see. I see where I went wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I turned. I was supposed to turn at the start of this round, but I, for some reason, opted to turn again after making the first Van Dyke here. So let's see here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, just count 2 chains up, and that third one, or just count 3 chains up. 1, 2, 3, and in that third chain, that's where you're going to want to work your picot. Then it was chain 2, and I turned. Okay. And work another Van Dyke, which if you are new to this channel, we learned a lot about the Van Dyke stitch. I recently just learned I was wrong again in what a Van Dyke mustache is. It is apparently not necessarily a mustache, but more of a pointy beard. Picture the 3 Musketeers and their pointy little beard, or someone called it a devil's beard. So like that. And this is called the Van Dyke stitch, and that makes sense. I could definitely see, there we go. I can definitely see a Musketeer wearing that. So back in the late 1830s is where we first saw or was it early, maybe it was early 1840s, we first saw a Van Dyke stitch. And the description of it was essentially what we now affectionately call a granny stitch. 1, 2, 3. But I have opted, because I love the name Van Dyke, 1, 2, 3. I think it's so unique that this stitch for decades had one name, Van Dyke. Then it was called a cluster stitch by the late 1800s. It was called a cluster stitch until around the 1970s, and people started calling it a granny. Okay, come over here, and we work another Van Dyke. Well, I am unearthing this name. We are digging it up from the grave and bringing it back. It is a Van Dyke stitch. Let's get away from calling it a granny stitch. I messed up by talking. Talking. Okay. Chain 2. Now work that next Van Dyke. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to count 3 chains up from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, and then in the next double over, another group of 3 double crochets, or a Van Dyke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Maybe I made this one too short over here too. No. Seems to be all right. Okay. I think this is where I want to count from. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then one more time. 1, 2, and 3. And then I think what I need to do is another one of these. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, and then slip stitch at the top of the chain 3 here. Let me tighten that up a bit. That was a little bit floppy. Okay, there we go. Imagine this in thread. You got to picture it in thread, or maybe not. If this is a bedspread, which I feel very confident it is, the language just screams, I'm a bedspread. Maybe copy exactly what I'm material and everything and make a bedspread where it's not a bunch of tiny little squares, but big ones, so it builds up faster. Okay, chain 3, we're not turning. Chain 3, 3 double crochet in the next double. 1, 2, 3. That did not want to happen. 1. That's my microwave. 2, and then 3. 1 double crochet in the next chain. Oh, no, in the next. Forgive me. Here we go. I'll hold this up so you guys can read this whole row for yourself, and then I'll read it off camera. All right, so here we go. So we're going to chain 3 and roll next picot loop over so that the picot points down toward the center. Slip stitch at the base of the picot, chain 4, slip stitch in same place. I'll tell you what, if you think some of these bedspread patterns are boring, I mean, this is neat. 1, 2, 3, 4. These old patterns really make you work. Look at that. Well, look at that. Or should I go by that meme? Well, would you look at that? Okay. Slip stitch in, okay. Slip stitch at base of, then chain 4, slip stitch. Okay, chain 3, 1 double in next double, and then repeat from the 3 doubles in the middle, 1 double on the end. So we're looking for 5 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so chain 3, and then 1 into the first, 3 into the middle, and 1 into the last. Now we work another chain 3. We push our picot down, slip stitch right there, chain 4, and another picot with the slip stitch. Then chain 3, and we work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5th one in the last stitch there, chain 3. This is fun. See, this is fun crocheting right here. Slip stitch, chain 4. It was so easy to secure to memory as well. I love it. I'm enjoying this pattern today. Chain 3 and start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you just work these again. This is neat. I can't wait to see how this one's going to turn out. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to work this around. I'll be right back. Last one together. I just finished working my 5 doubles, chain 3, rolling this forward. Here we go. Finish this last little unique deal over here. And then chain 3 and slip stitch into the top of our starting chain 3. There we go. Now let's lay this out and get a look at it. I'm going to push this to the back because it just seems odd having my starting tail in the front. Okay. This is neat. Get my hands off of it so you can see. Look at that. That is neat. On to row 4. Row 5 is going to give us... Row 5 looks like it's got a lot of instructions, and so does row 7. And look, cluster, they are calling these cluster stitches, just as I had described before. It wasn't until about the 1970s that people started calling these a granny stitch, but they were called a cluster stitch from around the 1880s on up into sometime in the end of the 1960s. Okay, so let's do row 4, which looks like it's going to be our last kind of less wordy round. So it wants us to chain 3 and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Let me hold that up so you can read it first. Okay. 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Now here is the start of the repeat. 1 double crochet in the next, 3 into the next. So 1 here. So we started with 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third. So 1, 2, oops, and 3. Then 1 in the next and 2 in the last. 1 and then 2 in the last. So that'll be the repeat for all of these sections here. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. Okay, then chain 7 and picot. So I'm going to count 4 stitches up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in that 4th stitch is where I'm going to picot. That should leave me with 3 unworked chains down here. I may have made my stitch a little too tight. Okay. Then chain 3, 2 double crochet in next double, and then we just go on and doing all of this again. So we're going to start with 2. And I don't want that to cause blurring. Then we go on to just 1 in the next stitch over, 3 in the middle stitch, and then 1 and 2 into the last. So 1 here, then 2 here. And if you are following along, I'll hold this out so you can just pause the screen and see how it's laid out. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. Okay. Then that was chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to count 4 chains up. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in that 4th chain, I'm going to work my picot. I worked them too tight again. Oh well. And then that was, just to freshen my memory, chain 3, and we start working the double crochets in a row again. Right here. Okay, so I'm going to finish working this, and I will be right back. Here is the full repeat right here. Finish this off with you. So I just got done working my last section of double crochets in a row, chain 7. So here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th chain up. Work my last picot, my last chain 3, and I'm going to join into the top of my starting chain 3. Okay, and there is that. These little guys here don't really like to stay in place too well. I imagine if it's blocked or whatever, it would behave better. I'm trying not to touch on it too much so you can actually see what's happening here. This would have a lot more definition if I were using an actual thread. So I do apologize for that. I could try to make one in thread off camera where I'm not struggling to see past the camera, just so that you have an idea. I don't know. My eyes are really not happy. This one on this side is burning. Can't wait to get to the eye doctor. I think it's inflammation. I think it's corneal inflammation. It's dry eye. It's something. Let's move on to the big row now, row 5. So instead of holding this up every time, I'm just going to hold this right here, and you can screenshot that. And you'll have all the instructions from here to here. Okay. Set that up so I can read it. I have the worst luck trying to get my patterns to stay put. The worst. All right, that's not going to work either. I need that closer. Okay, so it says here we're going to chain 3, 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, 1 double crochet in the next 2 doubles. That's 1, and then the next one over, it's another 1. All right, chain 1 and turn. Single crochet in 3 double. Okay. 1. Or was I supposed to not work into the first one? Let's see, hang on. 1 single crochet. Okay, yes. Yeah, into the first one. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 single crochet in the top of the, in the top of the starting chain. I got my eyes confused. All right, then it says here to chain 1 and turn. 1 single crochet in the last 3 singles. Slip stitch in next single crochet. Okay, so into the last one here, one, then the next one, and then the next one, and then slip stitch into this last one here. Okay, then it's chain 2, turn, skip the slip stitch and the last single crochet, 1 single into the next 2. So skip this one, and I'm just going to work a single into these 2 here. 1 and 2, slip stitch in the next. And then it says chain 1, turn, skip the slip stitch, 1 single in here into the very next stitch over here. Looks like a petal. Then it says to turn and chain 5. And 1 double in the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Chain 3, slip stitch into the same stitch. This is very strange. Maybe not. Okay. I'm gonna have to move this. It's all becoming a word wall. Oh, we do have petals. Word petal right there. All right, so I was at chain 4 in the 4th, okay, chain 3 in the same twice. So 2 more times. Wait. Chain 4, 1 double, 2, 3, 4. Did I mess up on this petal here? I feel like I did. All right, I'm going to go back to where I worked a single crochet. 1 single in the single. No, it was a chain 5. I didn't mess up. I didn't mess up. 1 double in the 4th. All right. I thought I messed up because the next one said to do that twice. But, okay. I split my yarn. Why wouldn't I split my yarn? Oh my goodness. Okay. Chain 3. And then slip stitch in the same stitch. My question is, well, here. It looks different. I did it differently. I think I did it correctly this time. Okay, slip stitch, and then chain 4. 1 double in the 4th, twice. Wait. No. I have to do the chain 3 first and slip stitch into the same stitch. Okay, then do this one more time. Double into the very first chain made, then chain 3 and slip stitch back in to that chain. Okay, so now we have like a little clover here. All right, skip these 3 tiny petals and make a slip stitch in the next chain stitch. I'm gonna guess this very first chain stitch here because it told me to start with 5. That is my guess. Okay, got a little clover going. Okay, then it says turn and 1 slip stitch in the last single crochet at the top of the point. Turn. Do I need to turn? I mean, it says I do, but I didn't. Let's see if this thing blows up because of that. 4 single crochet across ends of single crochet rounds down to top of last double crochet. Hold on a minute. What is happening here? If I had turned, I'd be working down this way. So, it says turn 1 slip stitch in last single crochet at top of point. I didn't turn, but I did do the slip stitch. We'll see what happens. 4 single crochet across ends of single crochet rows down to top of last double crochet. I think I understand. And if I had turned, let's just try it. Turn. I can't even get into that stitch. So I'm going to continue to do this my way. I'll never do that to you again. All right, 4. So I need, was that slip stitches? Single crochets. 1 to the top of this stitch here is where I need to go. So 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2. 3, maybe 3, 4. It's off balance. Maybe it's supposed to be. Let's not pretend turning would have fixed this. Maybe. I mean, my point is kind of, to be honest, if I want this to be perfectly centered, then I would work a slip stitch down here. And it would be a bit more centered. And then work my way down. And that didn't require turning, but okay. It's just very awkward. Turn, single crochet, or turn, one slip stitch. And then what, work down this way? Let's see, maybe I am supposed to work down this way. Maybe I am supposed to go toward this picot right here. You know, let's see. Maybe I should just stop trying to do things my way. Okay, slip stitch, turn, one slip stitch, 4 single crochet across ends of single crochet rows down to top of last double crochet. That would be the first. Let's see what happens next. Last double crochet, slip stitch in side top of this double crochet, 1 double and double of previous. No, I am supposed to be working toward these doubles here. So it's just gonna be lumpy. So I twisted, I turned, I mean. It's still just super off center. I wonder if that has anything to do with where I placed my single crochet to begin with. Maybe. I placed it where it said to. Maybe I need to be over here. It puts it in the middle. But I skipped a whole single crochet to do that. And I worked into a slip stitch. See, here's the single crochet, which also looks kind of centered, but we know it won't be. We know it won't be. All right. Now, what would you guys do? It says to chain 1, turn, skip the slip stitch, which is right here, and then work into the single crochet. This is also a slip stitch. Maybe chain 2. See, if I chain 2, gives me more here, and then whenever I work back down this way, it's going to have me work a single crochet right here. And what do you think? Now I'm right here, which is where that little clover will be. I think I'm going to try that. So basically what I'm going to do here, instead of chaining 1, I'm going to chain 2, work my single crochet. That gives me just a little bit more bulk on this side. Start working those stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be a double, chain 3, and then a slip stitch back into that same chain, chain 4, double into the first chain, chain 3, slip stitch back into the same chain, one more time, double into the first chain, chain 3, and slip stitch into the same chain. Okay, then it said basically in the first chain of the chain 5 is where we're going to work the slip stitch. And then it said to turn, which I still failed to see the point in that, and then work a slip stitch into the top of the single crochet. I guess turn again. Maybe it stiffens it up. Maybe that is the point, is that it stiffens it up. And then I need to work 4 single crochet down toward this double here. So right here, 1, 2, 's catching on a little thread there, 3 and 4. Ugh, it's a little bit better. It's still gimpy. It's still gimpy. All right, you guys can see I'm trying. I'm really trying. Time to take radical measures here. I'm really trying. All right, chain 1, turn. I'm going to skip over this double crochet, and into this slip stitch is where I'm going to join with a single crochet. It's just the way it's going to have to be. Now try all that again. I'll be right back. I'm going to work those 3 little petals one more time. I have made my way back again. I did turn and everything else. And now working my way down. Got to work 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. I mean, okay. 4. It's not gimpy anymore. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Then it said to work a single crochet onto the side of the double, I believe. It says to slip stitch into the side top of the double. I wound up working a double into the side top. So I might have to just work 3 single crochet. I am using a much thicker material here, so that might be where the difference is coming from. So instead of 4, I can just get away with 3 and then slip stitching into the side there. I suppose I did need to account for adjusting for material size. Okay, and then it says here, 1 double crochet in next double of previous row. There. Okay. And I think next time I won't chain 1 at the turns, because look, it's creating ugliness right there. Don't like it. Okay. 3 double in the next. Oh boy, we're going to have to do one of these things again. Okay. 3 double in the next. 1 double. 1 double in the next. Chain 1, turn. I'll not be chaining 1 this time. All right, 1 double in the next. 3, 3. Seeing a pattern here. I'm not going to chain 1. I'm going to draw up a little on my loop and 1 single crochet in these 5 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm not going to chain 1, but I will turn and draw up on my loop. It does say to chain 1. I will not. I will not, sir. You cannot make me. Skip the last single, 1 single in each remaining single. Do that 4 times. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn. I'm going to draw up on my loop, and 1, 2, is that a, yeah, 3. It said to do that how many times? 4 times, okay. Draw up a bit. 1, 2. I don't like messy edges at all. I almost worked back into the same stitch. I think I might have accidentally done that a couple of times. Maybe not. I did work my stitches too loose here and here. I know I'm driving y'all crazy. Bear with me. Okay, that was... Skip the last single crochet. But earlier they said the last was the first. I see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to skip that one and jump over. I'm going to do yarn under. See what I think of that. One. Ooh. Ooh. Messy edges are, they absolutely drive me up a wall. I probably can't avoid it. I can't avoid it. I'm not even drawing up on my loops. I'm just going for it. And then 1. There we go. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. I mean, yeah, I'm going to leave that one as an example. Why chaining one is a thing of, we have got to get away from chaining one. It is just a thing of the past. But then again, this pattern is a thing of the past, isn't it? That doesn't mean we can't add a little modern flair to it. Ah, that looks great. All right, so I'm guessing I need to do this again because it looks like we're going to be doing a lot of repeat. So repeat from here to here, 1 double crochet in the next 2. Yeah, it wants us to make another clover. So that was chain 5. Did it tell me to turn? Yeah, it did. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the 4th chain down, I'll be working in the back bumps. I'm going to work my double, chain 3, back into that same chain, chain 4, double in that first chain, chain 3, back into that same chain. And then one more time. I am working in the back bumps. So double, chain 3, back into that same chain. Then to the very first chain of the chain 5, and I'm going to go into the back bump there and join it with a slip stitch. Then turn a little bit difficult for me to see the top of my stitch. Ah, okay. I see. No. Which way do I turn? Goodness. I guess like this. Another slip stitch into the top of that single. Now I need to work my singles down to the top of this double here. So I think I'm going to be able to get away with it's so messy. All right. Does that push you? It does a little. Come down a little further. And that'll bring you up. Yes. That pushes you less. 1, 2. Again, I can get away with just 3. And then slip stitch into the side of the double, top side of the double. And then again, double crochet here. What do we think? Look at the difference. I did yarn under with these stitches, but look at the difference chaining 1 makes and not chaining 1. Chain 1, really ugly edges. Not chaining 1. It's right there before your eyes. All right. I'm going to let it charge for a little while. So that's why there was the sudden stop when I was speaking, because the phone died. So I'll be back in, well, you won't know, but I'm going to take about an hour to fully charge my phone. So we'll pick this up. Patient, I'm at 80%. It's been less than an hour. Let's just keep going. So I read on. It said 1 double in the next 2 doubles and then 2 doubles in the next and then turn. So 1, I got to put another one here and then 2 into the next. For a total of 4, but we had been doing, had we been doing 4? Yeah, we have. Okay, yeah. No, wait. No, we had been doing 5. Oh, we did 4 over here though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there is a difference. All right. So now we turn and 1 single in the 4 doubles. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then turn, skip last single, 1 single in the next 3. 1, oh God, I hate that. I need to stop. I need to stop worrying about it. I do. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, turn, 1 single in the last 2. 1, 2. turn and one single. Let's see, how am I going to do that this time? Well, just one right here. Don't know why the first one turned out so funky and these last two are fine. That just looks so funky. I almost want to start all over again. I remember in this one, it also told us to chain 2 at one point. It didn't tell me to do that in this last one. Chain 2 turn, skip the slip stitch. So yeah, like all 3 petals, they have told us to work them differently. That might be for a reason. This one is quite a bit smaller than the first 2. That might be for a reason. Maybe this squares it off. Maybe this becomes a square right here, so they need this one to be smaller. Does that make sense? If we're going to do this all the way like here again, might start off with a small one and then work our way up to the bigger one. Maybe. I don't know. I can only guess. I don't know. But now it's going to want us to work the 3 petals again, and this is just driving me crazy. We've got gimpy, medium, and small. It's driving me crazy. Chain 1 would not have made a difference, by the way. It would not have made it bigger. It's just so much smaller. Okay. Why didn't this one have me chain 2 at a certain point? Hey, we got to roll the picots over again. They're going to have us do that again. One single and the single, repeat. Then do the click clover repeat. Chain 2, roll the next picot. All right. It's just so much smaller. Driving me crazy. This is all driving me crazy. Driving Miss Crazy. Okay, let me yarn over and see if I can create much bigger stitches. Not much bigger, but a teeny bit bigger. Yeah, it didn't make it much bigger, but I'm going to keep going. All right, so this is where I work the little clover stitch there. The little clover stitches. There's my microwave again. I made a potato. It wasn't good. Potato was green inside and smelled bad, so I had to make a new one. All right. I'm going to work these, and it looks like we're going to do this again right here, but with chain 2s instead of chain 3s. I'll be right back. So here's how this one worked out. Finished the clover, chain 2, and I worked the same thing we did here. You know, you slip stitch, roll it over, slip stitch, chain 4, slip stitch, chain 2, and then I worked just 1 double crochet here, but I think I'm supposed to work 2. See here, chain 2, 2 double crochet in the next, and then 1 double in the next 2, and then it looks like we start working these again all across here, and then we roll over each picot and work this deal over it. So that is the repeat all around. Again, these are not tutorials, you know, they can't be tutorials because I don't know what I'm doing with them. So I'm going to keep on going, work this all the way around. The size differences drives me just a little bit crazy, but that's okay. I have a feeling that this one here, I think what makes these wider, of course I had my little whatever, we're not working any single crochets down the side, which does add, if you look, cover up them single crochets, it is the same size. Cover up these single crochets, and yeah, it's the same size. So the single crochets are adding quite a bit of width to this little petal here. And so I guess it's just something that, it's just the way it's going to be, kind of a situation. All right, so I'm going to work these stitches across this little design here, and then one in each of these two. So we start with 4, then we do 5 doubles in the middle, and we end with 4. That's the way I'm reading it. So it'll be like this: 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then here it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2. So 4, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see how those work out. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, increase, increase, 1, 2. So that is going to be the repeat all around, of course, this little area here as well. I'll be right back. I finished that one and gave my phone a chance to fully charge up. So what I did here at the end, worked my last 3 groups of like shamrock petals, and then worked this little joint here, chain 2, and slip stitched into the top of our starting chain 3. Now it does say on the pattern that at this point we need to cut and rejoin right here in the center stitch here at the top of this petal. Okay, so this is going to be row 6, and I will show you row 6 real quick. Let me just get tied on here. Row 6 is this one, oops, a little bit close, right there. So that's what we're going to be doing. So, oh my poor eyes, here we go. So we join to a middle petal of center flower on 1 leaf, then chain 13. So I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, and then 1 single crochet in next flower. So I'm guessing this one right here. Then it says to chain 11. And single crochet in next flower. Wait, did I join in the wrong flower? It may have wanted me to join here on an end, because it starts me with 13. Then it goes to 11. Then it wants me to do 13 again, and then 4 times, maybe. It wasn't really, was it specific which one? No, it wasn't specific. Oh, yes it was. Yes it was. We are supposed to start in a middle petal, center leaf of middle petal. Now it makes sense. So these are going to get 13 across, and these are going to get 11. And if you notice, these are definitely further apart than these. So that makes sense. Okay, seemed off. So I'll try that again. So 2, 3. This is going to be 11, 12, and 13, and then work a single crochet. Now chain 11. and one more makes 11, and then single crochet, and now 13, 13, 11. Is that twisted? That might have been twisted. I don't know. It kind of wants to live like that, but I think it was twisted. Okay, let me just confirm that. One single crochet, chain 13 in next flower 4 times. Okay, so yeah, telling us how to do it on here, and we got to do it 4 times more around to here. Okay, very simple. 13, 13, 11. 13, 13, 11. All right, I will be right back. Worked myself all the way around. I chained my last, oh, you know what? I think I only did 11 there. Let me count. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, now I got 13. So chained my last 13, and then into that same double crochet right there, I'm gonna go ahead and join. Oops. Boy, this yarn is splitty. Join with the slip stitch. Okay, and it does not say to cut, it just says to join. So now we want to do 15 single crochet over the next 13 chain, and then 10 single crochet in the next space. Chain 11 and turn. Okay. So let's do 15 single crochet in this first chain 13 space. Is this a chain 13 space? It is. Wait a minute. I'm not even gonna anymore. Yeah. No. Okay, yeah. So here we go. 15 single crochet in the chain 13 space. I'll be right back. Okay, so here I've got 15 single crochet and then 10 single crochet. Okay, then it says to chain 11, turn, slip stitch in the 7th single crochet from the hook. What? Okay, just do what it says. Just do what it says. All right, chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then it says to turn, and in the 7th, turn, slip stitch in the 7th single crochet from the hook. Chain 1, turn, 14 single crochet. Okay, I think I get it. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. Slip stitch, turn, and now we got to work. I mean, I hope. I don't know. I really don't know. 14 single crochet over the 11 chain. 3 single crochet in ball, B-A-L, of next, I don't know. Balance, I don't know what they mean. Okay, I'm not really sure what, all right. Next space. Did I even do this right? Chain 11, turn, slip stitch in 7th single crochet from hook. I don't even know if that's right. It's so askew. Chain 1, turn, 14 single crochet over 11 chain. 3 single crochet in B-A-L. B-A-L of next chain 11. I have a chain 13 next. B-A-L. It's short for something. I don't think it means like something with a B, something with an A, and then something with an L. It's like balanced dot, like it's like short for something. Back loop. 3 single crochet in back loop of next 11 chain. I have a 13 chain. I have a 13 and a 13. Was this supposed to be 11? Was I supposed to do 13, then 11, 13, then 11? Did I misread it? Chain 13, it probably was. See, this is why these are not tutorials. Chain 13, single crochet in next flower. Chain 11, single crochet. Chain 13, single crochet 4 times. I think I was supposed to alternate 11, 13 regardless of where it was landing. So let me redo that. It doesn't help me very much with, I mean, this was like off to the side like this. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way because it seems like it wants me to turn and move on to the next chain, just sort of leaving this, unless there's going to be 2. Maybe that's the way it's going to be. But yeah, you know, follow along, of course, with caution when it comes to mystery patterns, because I'm blindly working these for the very first time. No picture. If I had a picture, it would help. So I think I am supposed to just and you know what? I don't know why I didn't read it that way, you know, so that is user error for the most part. Why I didn't just read it the way it was written. Okay, I started with 13. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 13, and then 11. I don't know why I read it that way. Okay, that one was 11. And then the next one I'll do 13. So I'm just going to alternate it. 13, 11, 13, 11, 13, 11, 13. So that's that. I mean, it really does clearly state that. So if you were yelling at me through your screen, these things have a way of working themselves out sometimes. So stop yelling. I can't hear you. Ignore the background noise. Justin is in the kitchen washing up a few dishes. I'm gonna keep going. I had to take a little bit of a break, read the pattern. Sometimes it helps to walk away. This time it did not. I am still stuck. So I need to put 10 single crochet right here. So I'm going to do that really quick. This is the 15 single crochet. I need to put 10 right here. So I'll be right back. There are the 10 singles worked. So, all right, 10 single in the next space. Chain 11, turn, and slip stitch in the 7th single crochet from the hook. Chain 1, turn, 14 single crochet over the 11 chain. 3 single crochet in back loop. I don't know what this means. B-A-L, back loop. I don't know what this means. I am absolutely stuck. Okay, so it wants me to chain 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My first stump is, it says chain 11, turn, and a single crochet or a slip stitch in the 7th single crochet from the hook. Do you think they meant chain? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what that would look like. Okay. and then chain 1, turn, 14 single crochet in the 11th chain. No, I need this chain to be free. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yes, I said that with a question mark because I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I get stuck when I can't envision what I'm reading, and I cannot envision this. Then it says to chain 1, turn, and 14 single crochet over the 11 chain. 1, 2, I'll be right back. That is 14 single crochet worked around the 11 chain or over it. And then 3 single crochet in BAL dot of next 11 chain in BAL. There is no back loop, front loop technically with the chain. Maybe there is. I don't know what they mean. What is BAL? See, right here. 3 single crochet in BAL dot, that's abbreviation, of next chain 11 space. Then 5 single crochet in next space. Chain 2, turn, 1 double treble in first single crochet on added loop. I cannot picture it. Chain 2, 1 double treble in next single crochet 13 times. Chain 2, slip stitch in next 8th single crochet on circle. Chain 1, turn. I cannot envision this. And this is not even. Now, this is where a picture would come in handy dandy, and some abbreviation terms. A little explanation of abbreviations would come in handy, and I don't know if this pattern even had them. No. So it was something that was sort of a given in its time. I don't know what BAL means. Balance. Do you suppose it means middle? No. Back loop. Back loop. Don't know why. That's the top loop. I don't know. I don't know how to discern back loop on a chain. I don't know what this means. Sometimes you just have to call it. At this point, I have to call it. I want to see what this looks like. Maybe that will help me figure it out. At some point, you got to call it, throw in the towel. Here we go, some eyeglasses, wipies. Throwing in the towel. Let's look at the picture and see if that can help salvage what we have here, because so much work has already been put in. This is super duper pretty. Way prettier in the picture. I have it over here. Way prettier in the picture than what we have before us, likely because I am using really thick yarn. So if using thread, this is what you have to look forward to. Would you look at that? Isn't that pretty? Well, what am I doing wrong? Maybe it's just a barrier in the understanding of certain terms. BAL, I don't know. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. Okay, I tell you what. Here's the rest of the pattern, okay? One of you make this and send me a picture in an email, and I'll pin it in the top comment whenever I have received a picture so that people don't send too many. I'll feature it in the community post so everyone can see your beautiful work. I failed at this one. There you go. And here is the whole pattern all together. Well, we'll just do this for you. There's that. There you go. You can take screenshots, pause the video, and then there's that. Oh, this is moving. You're not going to get a good screenshot if it moves, huh? There you go. And then the picture There's the picture. Oh, hey, there's something else here. What is that? Make the necessary number of blocks and join by the cluster at each corner by the 4th, 5th, 6th, 9th, 10th, and 11th picots on large corner shells. Let's see here. Or you can join as you go. Tack together with a neat over and over stitches. I'm assuming that is a whip stitch on the wrong side, or place a 4-chain picot, make 2 chains, slip stitch at the corresponding picot. Okay, that's going to be the join as you go method. Block to measurements given. Well, isn't that so pretty? I'm sorry I wasn't able to completely get this one right, you guys. You know, I don't get them all. I absolutely do not. I think for me, it was just a wording issue, a generational issue. So I got this far anyway. And there you go. At least you got the starter. Of course, you know, with mystery patterns, follow along with caution, because I do not know what I'm doing. So I'm in the mood to make another one. It's already late in the evening. It is 7 p.m., so it's dinner time. I'm going to go ahead and edit this one out for you guys, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to start on another fresh one for us. Fingers crossed I'm able to get that one. I just wasn't quite able to execute this one, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, though, and for all of your patience with me. And to those who don't yell at me, thank you. And to those who do, stop it. I can't hear you. Okay, I love you guys lots, and I'll see you in the next mystery. Bye.